Hello, all you air signs. Welcome to your weekly energy update. And we're going to be looking at the week of January 2nd to January 9th. And of course, if you're coming across this reading outside of that time frame, I would still trust your gut and your intuition and watch anyway, because I'm sure there is a message or two for you. But if you are watching this during this time frame, of course, we just entered a brand new year, so Happy New Year. And we also have the Capricorn super new moon happening on January 2nd. So some beautiful energies coming in. I have created readings, separate readings by each zodiac sign for the Cap super new moon, as well as kind of a sneak peek through looking through the keyhole of your future for 2022. And I did a pick a card for each of the zodiac signs, and I'll have those linked at the end here, and I'll mention it at the end of the video too. So for this week, we want to look at what for our air signs, so all of you Geminis and your Libras and Aquarians, regardless of where it is in your chart, this is for you. We're going to start by pulling a card from these Earth Magic Oracle and just see what the Creator wants you to know generally about this week coming up. One more time. All right, so Creator, for our air signs, what would you like them to know about this upcoming week? All right, that is the one right here. And you have wind activation. So air sign, wind, no kidding. So activation, that is beautiful. So this is right in your element, literally. And let me just get to the wind here. Okay. So the various currents of air that circulate our planet can be gentle enough to tickle the hairs on our arms, or so fierce that they destroy man-made structures as well as trees and other vegetation. Wind moves the air to circulate the atmosphere and keep it from becoming stagnant. When there's no movement, the atmosphere feels somehow heavier. Gentle breezes help cool the land and pollinate flowers, whereas more tempestuous winds can snap tree branches off and stir something deeply within us. More violent winds can create temporary chaos with their ferocity. No matter the degree of intensity, wind will activate us. In this image, the breath of the god of wind stirs the sea and rearranges the sky. And as this occurs, the weather shifts. The effects, even in this small area, send ripples throughout, blending and dancing with the water and the sky. It activates the atmosphere, and the world feels more alive when there is wind. And the message this card brings for you, it says the lethargy you feel is the result of a lack of activation. In other words, something that stirs your senses. This could be anything from walking outdoors, feeling the breeze on your body, or inhaling the different aromas that nature herself provides. Or it could be finding the pleasure in a warm bath that helps you release the tensions and stress from your mind and body. Music may activate your hearing, which sparks the pleasure centers in your brain. Art may activate your emotional responses. The touch of another human may activate a deep need to be physically held in some manner once again. Now is the time for action. Engage in some activity and be fully present so that you forget about your surroundings and enter into that timeless and multidimensional experience of union with the focus on your creative attention. Let your physical body be active. Movement alone, whether quietly dancing by yourself or hiking up that hill over yonder, will require you to be as present as possible in your body. Enjoy. Very good. So that's the way to start the year. It's like, get moving, get this action going, activate so many things in your life. It's like winter in the northern hemisphere is right now, but it's summer in the southern hemisphere. So, grasp that beautiful action that's happening in the southern hemisphere and really allow that warmth, allow that fire of the sun to activate, and let this wind blow, through your life to get those things moving, because it is time. This new year is going to bring in a lot of beautiful things for you. It's time to get moving. I have that song from that animated, the with Escape from the Zoo. I can't think of the name of it right now, but you've got to move it. All right, so what else for our air signs? What would you like them to know about this upcoming week? Okay, got that one there. What else? Okay, that one there. Okay, and then these three. All right. So let's take a look here. You've got the Tower. Yeah. So there is time for movement. This lightning bolt, don't be afraid of this, because what this is that something is being removed. Obstacles are being moved out of your way so that you can move forward. This Tower has been blocking you. And so there's a beautiful message that comes with this. And it starts with kind of the message of the Wheel of Fortune, which the Wheel of Fortune says that before you came down here, your higher self chose that this is the character that's going to play you, this little human character, this avatar. This is what's going to play you. This is when you're going to enter the game, and this is when you're going to leave the game. And here's all these fated events that you want to have unfold in your life so you can experience them. But within each of those fated events, you still have the power of choice to choose what that means about you and what emotion you're going to feel with all of that. And the message of that Wheel of Fortune is basically that life is not this out of control drama train that's about to leap off the tracks and blow up in a gorge. It is this very finely planned process of your life, this journey. And with all that free will, you still have a choice to what tint you put to it all. But life unfolds for you. It's not something that's happening to you. It's unfolding for you. And where the Tower comes in is these fated events that are in your life. One of them is this Tower. And in order for you to experience these future fated events, this thing needs to be removed out of your life, whether it's a relationship of some kind, whether it's romantic, family, friend, work, whatever. If it's some sort of situation like a job or education or some sort of situation in your life, or if it's your body or your possessions or your bank accounts, something in the physical world, this thing needs to be removed in order for you to experience these events. So again, it's being removed for you. And so you're either getting information on something's going to be moved out of your life, or it is being removed out of your life this week. But the great thing is sometimes you'll see, in this one here, you'll see someone getting blasted out because they're falling off backwards. So they got blasted out by the lightning bolt, and you see somebody leaping out. And this leaping out person is the message that lets you know if you are in tune with the controllers of the lightning bolt, which is the spirit world, if you've raised your vibration to one of unconditional love and joy and peace and laughter, rather being in the loud chaos of the fear world, you can hear the countdown before the lightning bolt strikes. So you hear the 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And as you're hearing that countdown, you can leap out instead and remove that thing out of your life earlier than that last minute, like this is the drop dead date, that it has to be moved in order for you to experience those other things. But you can remove it sooner if you are done experiencing that. But don't judge yourself if you wait and it gets removed for you, because the majority of us like waiting to the last second. We want to experience all of these things right up to the last second. So just know as if you get the notice, if you start hearing those messages that something's going to be removed, then you can prepare for it to be removed or remove it for you. Or if when it does happen, just know that it is happening for you so that you can have this movement that it's talking about in the Wind card. Then you have the Four of Wands. Wands is your fire, it's your drive, your ambition, your aha inspiration, your passion. Think of fours as four solid legs on a table. It's a very strong foundation of your energy. In fact, there's this celebration, there's this joy that's coming in with this card. So you can choose, like we said before, with a fated event, you can choose to be devastated by it, or you could choose to be joyful about it, realizing that it's happening for you and that, okay, like an example, and this isn't for everyone, so don't freak out. Like if you lost your job and you're like, okay, I was in this toxic relationship with my job. I didn't want to leave it out of fear that I wouldn't find another one, but I hated it. I woke up every day just like, oh my God, I lived another day. I have to go to work, instead of waking up feeling passionate about what you're doing with your life. Well, if you won't break up with that relationship, whatever toxic relationship is, and they break up with you, then that allows you to celebrate, right? And go, okay, now I am free to go find that job and I don't feel bad. And I don't have time to fear because I'm going to go put my resume in or pursue something that I want to pursue now, whereas before I was afraid to. So now this is like that celebration, that joy, that spark that's coming in. Yeah, Three of Cups, more celebration. The cups are your emotions. So this is this joyful feeling coming in, and exactly like this. I mean, these two cards together are the joy and celebration cards out of all of them, really. So definitely you have something to celebrate with this change that's happening. It's bringing in and opening up the space for you to really have a joyful life and enjoy your life, whereas you wouldn't have before because this tower was blocking your view, but now it's gone and now you're moving into this. There's a side message for this too. This Three of Cups represents, these three are our spiritual posse on the other side, all of our guardian angels and spirit guides and loved ones on the other side, and ancestors, all those beings of unconditional love and light, letting you know that they are with you, you're never alone, and that all you have to do, they are having these things removed for you because that's what was agreed before you came down here. But they're also saying that because they honor your free will, they won't meddle in your life outside of those prearranged things that they had agreed that they would do. But of your own free will, you can ask them for answers, for questions, for guidance, and they will more than happily bring you synchronicities and answers to your questions and guidance. So you're never alone. And don't feel like you can't ask them because all you have to do of your own free will do it. Otherwise, they respect you and allow you to experience it without their assistance, like I said, outside of having all those fated events work out according to your previous requests. So you have wands, you have more wands, you have the Queen of Wands here. So the Queen brings you this beautiful laser focus. She can, like no other, make stuff happen because she's able to really guide that inspiration and that drive and that passion. She is very much fire energy, but all the queens also bring the divine feminine water energy. You can see the little cat down here. Usually like the page, the knight, and the king of this suit will have like a lizard to protect them from risk. But when you are connecting to your higher realms, which again, this is really reiterating this Three of Cups, connecting to your support team on the other side, this is your familiar. This is about connecting to your higher realms. And then she doesn't feel like she's taking a risk because she's in the know. She's connecting to her eye in the sky that is outside of space and time. And they can bring you the answers to all your questions to where you don't even feel like you're taking a risk. You're just like, oh, I don't need protection. I know this is what I need to do. And then you do it. So I love that that's coming in here for you because, yeah, no risk. And then you have the Three of Pentacles. So this message that comes with this is that you have something beautiful to bring to the world, and you're going to share the unconditional love within you in your own special and unique way. This is telling you to be authentic, allow your creativity flow, activate, like it says here. Put that forward. And then you have, these individuals that are here that are like the supporters, but there's a message that isn't here because there's two individuals here. One of them is someone that's like a naysayer and going, I don't think your dream can come true. I don't know how you're going to do that. All that dark, shadowy negative energy that we look at, right? And we already know that, like, okay, we put you to the side, we put you behind this barrier, we're not allowing you to impact us. I want to authentically create this the way I want to. Well, it's the other person that's the supporter of you that can more draw you away from sharing this gift your authentic way, because our human side, our ego, out of praise and punishment, it doesn't want punishment, but it really enjoys praise, and we enjoy that support from that person. So that person's going to be saying, you're doing such a great job, I'm so proud of you, I look forward to what you're going to do, and blah 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 blah, I love how you're doing that. But have you ever thought of doing it this way? And even though they're just innocently saying, hey, just an idea, if we're fearing losing their support, then we can veer off course and veer away from expressing that ourselves and our gift in that authentic way. Now that is different from, naysayers and other people saying, hey, have you thought of this? And if you're living your passion and you're like, oh my God, that's a great idea, and you're not doing it out of fear of rejection or losing praise, or doing it to gain praise, then of course listen, and if it resonates with you, run with it, right? If it helps you share your passion in your own authentic way, then that's different, but it's all about the motive that's behind doing it. Okay. All right, well, I'm going to leave the message there. I want to let you know that in addition to these readings, I also, of course, do monthly readings by each zodiac sign, and as I mentioned, new moon and full moon readings, and a variety of other readings throughout the month. So if you don't want to miss out on any of those messages, if you haven't done so already, just click the subscribe button down below, and that's going to make this little notification bell pop up. And when you do that, then you can set your notification to be notified immediately. Also, if you're enjoying these videos and you want to help share the love for this video, if you give it a little thumbs up and click that like button, that just helps the YouTube algorithm share these videos with more people as recommended videos, etc. Never any pressure to do so, but if you feel so inclined, I would greatly appreciate it. All right, all you beautiful air signs, just to know that as you go throughout this week and every second and every day of your life, you are unconditionally loved by the creator of all things. And of course, I love you too. Have an amazing week, but I'm sure I'll be talking to you very soon. And until then, you take care.